That interception that you had this past week, just what did that do for you?
I mean, just showed me that when I'm, right, I can go make the plays, as far as just speed wise and breaking and stopping on the dime and settling. I think just allowed me to get put in the position.
What about mentally? Because I mean, when guys are hurt, they talk about the mental toll that it can take when you're away from the guys, away from the team. You're not able to get out on the field and have that fun. Like, what did that do for you up here?
Mentally, it felt good to be able to be the guy that make the play for the team to go celebrate. You always celebrate when they make plays. So, just for it to be your turn, it kind of felt good because you kind of get to orchestrate what we going to do. And I don't know, I really wasn't ready to do nothing, so I just rode the boat. We never can go wrong with that, but felt good.
I was gonna say you stood up with Vita. Everybody else
Yeah,
is on the ground,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Devin, what do you remember about the first Saints game? You guys end up winning by 17, but it's a pretty tight game. Like,
Uh, Man, we just played good ball, complimentary ball from our offense and our defense, and we got turnovers and didn't really turn the ball over. So, I think when you do that, you give yourself a great chance to win.
Devin, is just a healthier Devin White, interception, sack, fumble, recovery, like all that. That's you carried this team in the postseason. If you're healthy, is that the kind of impact you think you have on this defense?
Yeah, I mean, that's the type of plays that I know I can make. I study, I go out there and I play hard. Just being able to just have a motor, being a high motor guy, when I was hurt, my motor was knocking, it need to go in the shop, and I will admit that. And, obviously it's out there and I'm not shying away from it, but just being healthy, just being able to go out there and have energy and fly around and make plays. And, I mean, I'm just thankful to be back to that. And obviously I could just build off that game and just keep going.
First interception, you just drop back to the right mark, right? You just hit your mark, and then
Oh, yeah.
I think he thought he had.
I mean, we showed a split look, so
Yeah.
usually out of the split look, we either could blitz or we could drop. So he had to decipher, who was dropping, who was coming, and I had a good drop. It was a 3rd and 15, so I knew I had to get to the stick. So that's just to show just being able to open up and run, and
Yeah.
then I mean the ball was pretty out there, so just opening up and get the catch. It was a good catch. I think it was one of the most athletic catches I ever had, so that felt good. But other than that, it was a good game. Glad we beat them. So now it's time to go beat the Saints.
What is it about when these two teams face off, the Bucs and the Saints? There's always some dramatic stuff happening.
Yeah.
Whether it was, I know early on in the season it was a pretty convincing win, but I mean, like last year, for instance, you had that last second touchdown with K. Dot, and just what is it about these two teams when they square off? Things just get really physical, really
Yeah.
dramatic.
I mean, they're a great opponent. We're a great opponent. They say we not their rival, and that's a good thing. Because I mean, we just started getting the best of them, and we want to keep it that way. But we also want to do it, and we're giving them respect because they earned it from us. Since I've been here, they beat us a lot of times, and the table's starting to turn, and we just want to stay on the right side of the winning side. And we don't want to overlook them. We ain't gonna put nothing past them. They are a great football team, and they got a chip on their shoulder just how we got a chip on our shoulder. So we just want to play good football and come out victorious.
Are there any fond, like maybe more fond feelings when you do face the Saints, going back to like when you had that playoff performance against them that really keyed you guys to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I just like playing against Alvin Kamara. Coming in knowing he gonna get the ball a lot, knowing that it's a tough task. You can watch DBs covering him. People in the run game try to stop him, and I think it's just a good task for our defense overall. And I mean, you got to get geared up for a game like this. And these are the ones that I have circled the most. Like, you got to go stop him and show, like, hey, when he playing a linebacker such as me and Levante, we know we can go shut him down, and I think that's the goal. So just being able to go out there and have fun with those guys.
You're playing a guy like Demario Davis. And obviously, you're not playing on the same field, but
Yeah.
when you play a linebacker like that, does that kind of inspire you or motivate you to bring your best when you have a veteran like that who's been in the league for so many years?
Not for me. When I go on the field, I look at the best linebacker, every time, and that's Levante. He set the standard pretty high. So I mean, I just go out there, and you want to match his intensity. I just told him today, like, bro, you got all these TFLs, year 12, like you ain't slowing down. Just kind of, just give him his flowers while, while we're in the locker room together. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you can't overlook the things that he's doing right now. So I just go out there and I try to just compete with that guy over there, just trying to be better than him. And like I said, man, he having a great year, and he always had a great year ever since I've been here, and he just, just set the standard.
Devin, how did Baker Mayfield win over this team? I mean, you replacing a guy like Tom Brady, you guys loved and won a lot of games. How did Baker do it?
I mean, he's a younger guy, so that pretty helps. He kind of, can relate to us a little more. Just as far as just, outside the facility and stuff.
Hanging
But
out, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a guy that wants to win. He has something to prove, and I think that's the mentality of this team. Coming into the season, nobody believed in us. We had something to prove. He had something to prove. Then we started winning. We proved that we could win. Then we started losing, and the ship sank from the outside, but it never sunk from the inside. And then we started back winning, and the chip stayed, got bigger and bigger. And now we just pulling games off and beating the teams, and we playing complimentary football. So, I mean, Baker won over the team by just being him. The other day I always tell him, like, give me some more energy, because that's the type of person he is. And, that trickles down to everybody. When he's out there celebrating with Mike and them doing, I guess, practice dances and TikToks and stuff, that's a huge momentum swing for us as well, because we like, hey, it's our turn to go celebrate, because we don't run on the field with them, but we do our own thing. So, I mean, Baker's a great guy. He's a guy that, man, should be around here for a long time, and he's just going to continue to get better and better.
Is that energy what kept things afloat for you guys?
Always.
When it was kind of appeared to be sinking from the outside?
Always, man. Just believing in one another, just having each other back, knowing who was there during the hard times, same people that's going to be there when stuff get better. And it got better, and it's going to continue to get better because we, just putting in the work to make it better.
What about when he lowered his shoulder and his head on that 7-yard run? What'd you think of that?
I think he needs to
popped
stop.
some dudes.
I think he needs to stop. We need him for the postseason because we're finna, finish the season off and strong and try to make a run for this thing.